Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington football team and the San Francisco 49ers. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And boy, a rough start to this one as this kick goes out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
On the ground, Kamara. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Herbert off of play action. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Herbert. And that is incomplete.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
29-yard line.
Space to maneuver at the 40. He's got daylight. Past the 20. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown, Washington.
Jakeem Grant. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
This is T.J. Logan to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before and realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well.
else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 29-yard line.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
It's
not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And they'll get this out quickly to Goodwin. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Complete to Marquise.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 3rd down, Grant. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Kamara. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On the counter, here's Kamara. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
First and 10.
That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
They're right down here looking for 6. A good rally to the football keeps them to only a yard, and it's second down.
9-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Juju Smith-Schuster with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken in at the 3. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
31-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got, oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Washington. George Kittle, his 11th touchdown of the year. And Washington has taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Check 24, check out.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Jason.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Play action. It's Herbert. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
49ers 7.
Here we go. Like 80. Check 50. Check 50. Check it back.
Here's Grant. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
He's taking
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Here we go.
Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. Goodwin able to haul it in. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. This is Grant. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jakeem Grant with touchdown number 20 on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And all the way down to the 12. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Herbert. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers are back within a score. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
Makes this Washington 21, 49ers 14. Ulrich Rosas set to kick.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Flush to his right. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 18 more yards there and another 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They will run with Grant. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
On the tackle. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. It's complete to Grant. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Eluding the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the 1st half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts, to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
On the tackle.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
4 receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Taken down at the 11-yard line.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his 21st touchdown of the season. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
Washington 28, 49ers 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap for Herbert. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off at the 46. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 46-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation,
now the Niners get there and bring him down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Set to kick off.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. And they'll run it here. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
3rd down.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 21.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. Garoppolo on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle. It's tight end, and it's 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
21. Here we go.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
On the carry.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Right here, guys. Fight. We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Here's Herbert. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Herbert. And that is incomplete. Had to pass there, third and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for third and short, because when it's third and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Their own 26-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Third down.
They go back to Grant, and he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Here we go on 4th down with Garoppolo. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. And that's incomplete.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. A 10th carry for Kamara. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Down and 11.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Herbert. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
16-yard line.
From the gun, Herbert. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
2nd and 3 at the 9-yard line.
2nd and 3 from the 9. Operating from the gun, Herbert. His pass caught at the 4. And the 49ers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Watch the twist, watch the twist.
They'll run it with Kamara. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21.
49ers 21. Albert Rosas.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Grant. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
He was brought down.
He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then at the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
Washington on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
A gain of
13 yards there and a Washington 1st.
Washington.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Grant nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Johnson.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Washington on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is third down and 12. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Flushed out right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
On the coverage.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Xavier Rhodes, the cornerback, there in coverage. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on fourth down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll begin by running the option. Here's a quick throw to Thielen. Not much there, only a yard.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
51, Mike. 19, Mike. Here we go. Go, Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, it's coming. Hey, let's go. All day, baby, all day, all day, all day.
A big spot for the rookie Herbert. Airing one out for Crowder. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down.
Ricky. Mike 51. Wildfield. Hey, Mike.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down.
It's fourth down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A field goal gets them closer, but they say no thanks. We want the lead.
Let's go. Let's bring it. 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. I'm coming after you. 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. Right here. 51 Mike. Mike 51. Coming. Go, Mike 51. Mike 51. Check. It's coming up. Hey, let's go. Let's call the crowd.
On fourth down, Herbert. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now Kamara. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Kamu Grugier-Hill on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 22-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Herbert off of play action. And that is incomplete here. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Herbert. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
Darnell Savage.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Back to throw. And he's got it. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Gosh, given the time and the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
28 all. Aldrich Rosas.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On play action, it's Garoppolo. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
Here we go.
5 yards remain on 2nd down. Back to throw, Garoppolo. That's complete to his speedy wideout, Goodwin. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 12 yards is the pickup there, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. And his kick is right there. It's good, and it's 3-0 Washington. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Washington, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.